In his seventh decade, Gene Gill is still doing what he loves most, and he's doing it the way he wants to do it, as you'll see during Senior Scene.
All right, quiet on the set, and action.
Gill spent 35 years as a commercial artist and advertising agency art director, but the past 7 years he is focused on painting the people and the places of Portland. It's a labor of love, and perhaps you've seen his work during First Thursday at the Gottlieb Gallery in downtown Portland.
He's one of our most popular artists in terms of bringing people into the gallery to look at his work, and also in terms of sales. And he is our little pixie, and he's got a personality that makes me laugh all the time. He's just a lot of fun to be around.
It all started when Gill was a 6-year-old in Pennsylvania and unable to walk because of pneumatic fever. He found inspiration in the comics.
But I never really thought at that time that I would be able to pursue it as a career. I had absolutely no idea, because we weren't exactly flush with money. I mean, we had some very tight times. And it wasn't until finally when I went in the service, and then having the GI Bill enabled me, and of course Teddy's support, to go to a good art school. And fortunately we chose what was the best school at the time, which is, it was Art Center down in Los Angeles. And it was a wonderful experience. I learned a lot, and fortunately during my senior year at Art Center I was hired to go to work for an advertising agency in Chicago. Working in advertising or as an illustrator or what have you, I always derived a great deal of pleasure from bringing a creative solution to a particular advertising problem. So I was very happy with it. I really had no problem. There is a distinction for a lot of painters, I think, who wouldn't go near advertising because they feel that their abilities are being infringed upon. And I never felt that way. I always took a great deal of pride in being able to solve a client's visual problem or copy problem, whatever the case may be. So whereas I regard it in commercial art, you're solving someone else's visual problems, in painting or your private work, you're solving your own visual problems. You're creating the problems yourself. But other than that, as far as finding a good creative solution to it, to me it's the same. I can hardly walk by Pioneer Square without seeing something that would be fun to paint. Right at the core of downtown. I frequently do demonstrations at Art Media, and I also do demonstrations at Oregon Society of Artists. But I do give private lessons here at home, and I'm pretty picky about whom I will have come. I like people who are seriously interested, and hopefully, particularly with young people, I like to work with young people who might be interested in art as a career. To me, after almost 35 years in the commercial side of it, to me the gallery business is very much the same way. And I think if most artists were honest with themselves, they would recognize the fact that one of the greatest accolades they can have is to have someone come in and pull the money out of their wallet or write the check for that painting. I mean, to me, that's an affirmation for the artist. Simplicity, I think, is the secret to what longevity I hope to look forward to. I don't have to subject myself to things that I really, don't want to do, etc. And I find that a very enjoyable experience. It's an occupation or a profession that requires, I think, constant learning, analysis, and it comes through observation and practice. When I talk to my students, for instance, I tell them about the accumulation of brush mileage. There was one artist who said, the harder he works, the luckier he gets. And I think it's very fitting.
Gene Gill's work may be seen at the Gottlieb Gallery in downtown Portland, Oregon. In May, he'll have a show there. He'll also be featured at the Artists Gallery in Cannon Beach, Oregon, and in June, he will be conducting a workshop in Jacksonville, Oregon. We're interested to hear your